What's up? I hope the audio works because I don't know, the mic is just here. Hopefully let's see if I can, maybe like this is better. I don't know, dude. What am I doing? I don't even know what I'm doing. How you guys doing tonight? Welcome to my show. It's like these videos are like me getting crazier and crazier as we go. It's like I start the first and it's like, oh, okay, he's all right. And then like every day you start realizing that I'm going more and more crazy. So people are like, I think we should, yeah, this one right here. What's going on with him? Is quote number one, fear is self. Oh, by the way, like I got these online. Like if you look these up, like credit where credit's due. Like I'm not taking ownership of any of these quotes. I can barely spell my name. But basically, the first quote is, fear is self-imposed. If you create it, you can destroy it too. Now, this was a big one for me because I'm naturally like a pretty anxious dude. If things aren't going well or if I start feeling that I'm losing control over things, I'll like freak out. Not like jump off a building, freak out. So I'm still here, but my mind will just race and stuff. And so that is like a good reminder for me. Like fear is self-imposed, meaning that, when you get to a stage of fear, I feel like if you truly dig deep in the root of it, like you'll realize that, it's self-imposed and that if you create fear, you can destroy it too. Now, this isn't applicable in every single case of life, obviously, like, especially during this time right now with the election. It's like, people are just naturally scared of what's going on. And so this quote wouldn't apply. But at the same time, like, I'm speaking in the cases of anxiety or when people are struggling with whatever case, this quote basically tells me that it's all in the mind. What you do is all in the mind. You can choose how you react to things. And so, it's a motivator for me because it inspires me to take control and to, really look at things realistically and to, to be humble enough to say like, dude, like you got this. Like you shouldn't be afraid of this. The second quote is, if you believe it, your body will physically find a way to make it happen. And so this quote, pretty self-explanatory, right? When you start telling yourself things, when you start speaking to yourself and, truly, honestly believing in what it is that you're doing, the journey you're embarking, whether it be academics, whether it be sports, literally anything, if you truly believe it, like, I honestly believe that things change. Like the energy you put out is the energy that comes back to you. And so always have a vision and always have a vision that you truly, you honestly believe in. It's not just like, oh yeah, it's going to happen, whatever. Like you're honestly going to like believe in it with all your heart. Because once you do that, things will move your way. I believe in energy. I believe in quantum, right? So the energy you put out will come back to you in ways that you won't even know. So this quote is just like, believe in what it is that you want to achieve, and then, your body will find a way to make it happen. That's what I think it is. And it also inspires me to be resourceful. Like if you truly believe in something, like when you feel like you've hit a wall, you're going to get through it. Quote 3, if you know the why for living, you can endure almost anyhow. I won't delve into this one too much because it's self-explanatory. Like, have a reason why it is that you do what you do. Because or else, like, at any point in difficulty, we're just going to give up. 4. So I got this one from a video of this guy, this was probably taken from a movie, I don't know. But it says, don't give up, boy. Don't you quit. You keep walking. You keep trying. There is help and happiness ahead. A lot of it. You keep your chin up. It will be all right in the end. Trust God and believe in God. No, sorry, I can't read. Trust God and believe in good things to come. Now, this is like, for me, one of the biggest ones on this list. It's like the whole analogy of the X's on the wall that I talked about in my other videos and the previous videos. Like, no matter what happens, how bad of a day you have, or if things don't go your way, like always, one step at a time. Take one step forward and slowly progress, slowly go forward. You don't have to leap. You don't have to, if you have a bad day, just one step forward for the day and you're good. Especially also like when you don't have a set finish line of when it is that things, are set to finish, when you don't know how hard and for how long you're going to have to work for, it leads to discouragement. And so, basically right now it's like, I read that and I think, to always keep that light at the end of the tunnel. Like, you're slowly getting closer to it. Good things are coming. And just, have hope, basically. Fifth quote, in every life, there's a payoff for bad, eventually. It can't be bad, but for so long. If you have the strength and understanding to realize that, shit will change. And this, I think Kevin Hart said this on a podcast or something. And it's true, man. Like, there's going to be a payoff for the bad eventually. Like, because you might be wondering, like, dude, why am I putting in so much hard work, like, when other people my age are just, like, fucking around? Like, not all of them, but, like, why don't I just, like, relax and not challenge myself? What's the point? But it's genuinely because, the bad is going to be replaced with some form of good, some form of reward. And so don't give up during the process, because it doesn't last forever. Like, things can only last for so long. So have faith, stay strong, trust the process, keep your head down, swim the strokes, go through the motions, and eventually you'll be done before you know it. This one I got from Steve Harvey, and I really like this one. He says, take your $10 idea and do it, and do it, and do it, and do it. Keep asking God to show you the next level, and ask Him for strength when it looks like you're not going to make it. Ask God to come get you. He didn't bring you this far to leave you. Keep fighting. God is good. No, I can't read. God is going to come through and do what He said He's going to do. But you have to give Him something to work with. If you do that, God will then help make a change in your life. It's like, basically, take your $10 idea. This is like a $10 idea. I'm just putting on a camera. Like, I'm just speaking from the heart. For me, it's like therapy. Like, it doesn't matter how many people see this. Like, for me, it's just in speaking, it helps me channel my vision, and it helps me, like, people write things down. I just like to visually speak it. But again, it doesn't take a genius to do this. This isn't even a $10 idea. But it's like, once you do that, though, you got to stick with it. You got to be consistent in anything that you do. Be consistent. Ask God or whoever, ask them for help, some extra, exterior force. Ask them for help. But then also give them something to work with. Like, you can't just pray and then, like, you can't just pray for good things to come and then just, like, lean back on your chair and, like, drink some whiskey. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to have to put in the work, have faith, but also, again, like, give God something to work with, work hard. Be consistent, basically. Then, the guy who is willing to hustle the most is going to be the guy that just gets that loose ball. Basically, this one, Will Smith said this in an interview when he was young, and it's basically like, I love this one. It's like, the guy who's willing to hustle the most is going to be the guy that just gets that loose ball. It's like, what this means is, like, when you work, at least my interpretation, like, when you work so hard in something, right? Like, the world will move in your favor. The world will move in your favor in the sense that if you just don't apply yourself, you don't work hard, like, you'll never be able to even think about luck, right? To get that loose ball, like, you need to be you need to find yourself in a situation where the ball can land to you, can reach you, right? But if you don't work hard, if you don't like take opportunities, try new things, like you won't even get that loose ball. You won't even have the chance of it randomly falling into you. So this one I see it as, the person that's willing to hustle and work extremely hard is the person that will also be graced with a bit of luck, when he least expects it. And so this one just lets me know to keep working hard, to try to stick with it, try to stick with whatever I'm doing, and hopefully, and hope for that loose ball, to come my way, because it will. Then, you don't get to live this is Gary Vaynerchuk, you don't get to live your dream, you're not entitled to your dream, you have to fucking bleed for your fucking dream. And this is true, like, with the rigorous schedule that I'm on, like, in the days where I'm resting, in the times where I'm resting, in the dead hours, which is right now, I have to, put in time with my dream, to hopefully make it, make this platform a platform that can be one that resonates with people. And, if it can be a way to help in any way, shape, or form. And to also potentially start like my own brand. I don't know what it is that I want to do yet. Hopefully I'll understand as I go. But the point is that, you work 9 to 5. And if you really want that dream, like, you're going to have to dedicate as soon as you finish work, right? Like you can't, your dream isn't just like a ticket that you give to the office and then they're like, oh yeah, your dream. Okay, here's your dream. Like, you got to bleed for it. Like, obviously not literally, hopefully not. You don't want to cut yourself. But it's like, you need to fucking bleed for your dream. Like, you need to be willing to put it on the line. Like, not everything on the line, but you need to be willing to make sacrifices, for your fucking dream. Or else everybody would do it. Everybody would just have their dreams fulfilled and be happy, but then life wouldn't be good, because then, what's the point of getting rewarded for something you didn't work for? So that's a good one. Tells me to keep fighting for my dream, being consistent, hardworking, try to continue that. And this is the last one. This is also a good one. If joy and depression cannot reside in the same place, when you get depressed and discouraged, you got to replace it with joy. And what more joyous than gratitude? What has God done for you? You're awake, you're breathing, with food, a house, family, bed, And that's me speaking for me. Some people might have it better than me, which, like, again, some people might have it worse than me, right? So in my situation, I'm awake, I'm breathing, I have food, I have a house, I have a family, I have a roof on top of my head. So this one basically teaches me that, because it's easy to get caught up in all the bullshit, in all the problems that life throws at you, whether it's work, whether it's, things in our day-to-day lives, whether it's, academics, sports, whatever it is that we put our time into. Like, when sometimes we get bottled up in all that and we forget the things that do matter, right? And what we've been graced with, we take it for granted. Not everyone lives in a house. Not everyone lives in, with a roof on top of their head, with a nice warm bed, blankets, a family that loves them, food. So this one wires me in the sense that, dude, no matter how shit of a day you have, like, truly look back and be grateful for what you do have, because, you can't be depressed and grateful at the same time, which puts it in perspective. Like, the reason why a lot of people are depressed, obviously it's a medical condition, so I don't want to touch into it too much. But, with gratitude, gratitude can provide a different perspective that can, help shift, the way that we see our own situations. And so it's always good to be grateful, to take a step back and see what it is that you do have. You know, like you're climbing a mountain, like maybe try to look back once in a while and say like, yo, look how far I've come. Look at everything that I've been doing, you know? And so, yeah, these are my quotes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 quotes that I wrote on my wall next to my daily counter that I explained in my last video. But if you watch this far, it's a pretty long video, but hey, like if you're here, cool. If you left early, I don't blame you. It's a long video, but it's one that I wanted to get out, one that means a lot. So yeah, these are just my quotes. Let me know if you resonated with any of them, if they helped you. If you have any quotes that inspire you, that'd be cool. I might add them on my wall. I hope you guys liked it. And subscribe, why not? If you like this type of content, subscribe. There's going to be more incoming. I want to post more consistently in the month of November. Hopefully every day. Like I'm trying to post every day. And so yeah, if you do subscribe and I see you guys in the next one, then I'll see you guys in the next one.